crazy.
Hey man, y'all gave me the tequila.
Let's get this started, man.
Are you hungry?
Always, man.
You're not yourself when you haven't had a Snickers.
Okay, bet. Appreciate you.
Let's get this started, man. Come on. You see where we at? This is not a normal pod day today. Come on. We are at the legendary Dukem Ethiopian Restaurant here in Washington, D.C., accompanied with some great people to my right, as always. Let me introduce the pod first. Welcome to episode
forearm workout. With
Don't do me.
I told him to do it. I was like, if I don't get the biggest applause, I'm going to be so sad.
Keep it going.
Welcome
I'm kidding.
She deserves it.
to episode 19 of the WeSoCultured podcast. I am your friendly neighborhood host, Yoni. I got some good people to my right, as always, You have seen him at Target,
With the fedora.
You've seen him at your run clubs.
What is this fedora?
You seen
a fedora.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
100%
Yes, it is.
Why
Yes,
y'all
it
want me
is.
to be Neo
Yes, it
so
is.
bad? That's crazy.
You might have seen him on Jebediah.
I'm not
Maybe
on
a couple
Jebediah.
months ago.
I am not.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy's like, baby, please, I swear.
This is slander and blasphemy at the highest order.
The one and only Big Sam in the building. Come on.
What's going on?
What's up, Sam?
I
Good?
don't like the intro, but thank you.
It's okay. I don't. You're not a fedora
Hey, you
guy.
are
Never mind.
responsible
You're
for
good.
the lot of the audience. There's a lot of comments asking for Sam.
That's for you.
You know what? No. They asking
They're
for
asking
you.
Y'all got
you to be
groupies
sacrificed as
already.
like
Yeah.
tribute, damn near. Like that shit is like, bro, they're like, send Samuel to us. So I was like,
Yo, they said send Sam for us. I was like, oh my god.
yeah, nah, you pervert.
We got to start a WeSoCultured
We got-
fan club.
Just
to
sell
these two
t-shirts
niggas.
with Sammy's face
Yo,
on.
nah, I swear to God, I'm gonna get these niggas on Pop the Balloon. Both of them.
I know.
Oh my god. To his right, the one and only, the reason we are here, Lydia live in the flesh.
Clap it up.
That's a real
Clap it up.
Yeah.
Clap it up.
Real applause.
Clap it up.
To y'all.
The face of Dukem Restaurant right here.
The
This
fan
is
of WeSoCultured right here.
Okay. We accept
Hey.
that. It's good to see you. Looking great. We love the all black.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so
Really
much.
shining out here. To her right, you might have seen him. You might have. He missed the last pile. I don't know where
Return.
You might have seen him.
No more
I
sick
burned
days
through
for
all my
you.
sick days already.
Big Dawit in the building. They were asking for you.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I wish we could have played that song Return of the Mac right now.
That'd be Yoni's 5th time.
I was about to
That's
say, nah,
true,
fuck
that's
no.
true.
We did that shit like 3 times
I did
already.
overplay
That's
that
true,
shit.
that's
I'm
true,
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I like that song,
come
don't get
on,
me
bro.
wrong.
Like,
Great song.
but now I'm annoyed again. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to see you, Dawit, man.
Yeah, glad to be
How's
back.
y'all's week been, man? So far.
Not great, honestly.
Really? Why?
For anybody who lives, I mean, I'm kind of doxing the area I live in, but Alexandria, there was no power this entire weekend.
Oh, you lost power?
The
No.
whole weekend from Friday, 5 p.m. till Sunday, basically 2 a.m.
Damn.
No power.
So you can't watch Bad Girls Club?
Got him. Yeah, he be watching all that stuff. All that
I haven't
reality
seen you in
TV
2
stuff.
weeks. Bro. That's what we're
That's
doing.
the
That's
energy.
crazy. No power.
How
And
did
you know
you
what that
figure it
means?
out?
If you if you ever been, anywhere other than America, no power, that's no hot water. So cold showers.
Oh, nah.
The whole weekend.
The no water
Freezing
thing,
cold.
that's an underrated thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I learned in Addis, bro. I will
Yeah.
go without power
Yeah.
before I go without water, bro.
Yeah.
okay.
No, we had water, but it was cold water. No hot water.
Okay, so
Because the
water
water
was
heater,
running.
yeah.
But you remember when we ran out of water in Addis?
Yeah. That's different.
Duh, you needed a
That's a
hazmat
pain.
every time
That's
you
a
went to the
pain.
bathroom.
Nigga, do
bro.
you remember what happened to me? We were about to go out one night. In the middle of me taking a shower, the power went out. The power went out and the water stopped. I had full, so I just put all the soap on.
You didn't have water either.
I'm so sorry.
You just soapy.
Yeah.
That's
dry.
funny. I know
So
you
I was
were
literally
looking.
screaming. Y'all don't know it? And then they had to bring the fat flashlight and shit.
I remember that because you would walk around like.
Hilarious.
Imagine you just put all the soap on.
No, the funniest thing is Fanu's used to this, man. Like Fanu just be
he
like,
is.
"Yeah, bro, you just you know you have to."
Nah, when I
you
told
have to
him,
figure it out.
when I told him that I went without electricity this weekend, he was like, "Oh, so you remember what it's like?"
Back to your roots.
Fanu been in the trenches, man.
How
you
did
gotta
you?
stay in the hotel
So how did
out
you
there.
realize like power went out? Like, what was it? What was the first thing?
How did you
The
realize the,
lights
power
turned
went out?
off. I was home and
Don't
the
try
lights
and make
turned off.
there's multiple signs that
Nah,
your
but if
power
it's the
could be off.
daytime, no. If it's the daytime, you
won't
the lights
notice.
Nah, it was
on.
like
You're not gonna know until you
So
use
what was
something,
it?
right?
yeah, but the AC turns off too.
Oh, so it was hot.
yeah,
you hear that.
Right.
Did they give you a reason? Like, was it just...
There was a storm this past weekend,
Right.
so like
Yeah.
there was some like electric pole or whatever that got knocked over. Apparently, a lot of trees knocked over too. I'm not gonna lie. I was driving around looking for food or whatever because I can't cook. Like everything's out. So there was like trees on top of cars, which is crazy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. It
So
was
you
insane.
couldn't post your daily routine TikTok. That
Yeah,
week,
no
huh?
selfies.
Yeah,
no
what is
good
it?
lighting.
Pineapple.
How did you
what is
charge
it?
your phone?
Salt shaking.
So
espresso
today
or
I
some
woke
shit?
up and I did my chores around the house.
Nah, what
That's
did he
what we
say?
doing.
What did he say in the last part? The
Get
ice
ready
shaking
with me.
espresso or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
God,
You know, he like his
no.
he like his
Starbucks
drink a
run.
certain way.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Pumpkin spice latte
Definitely
ass
got,
nigga.
definitely
Wasn't
got that
pumpkin
frother
spice.
in the house.
It was ice shaking espresso.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
was. Yeah, that's not sassy. That's normal.
We don't have to get into
You can't
that
drink
debate.
espresso?
We don't have to get into that debate.
Lydia,
You can.
how was your week so far? You know, we know you're busy with
Oh,
work and stuff.
work was busy and blessed, and I was...
Of course, it's good to be busy. But
Yes. I always say sometimes being busy is better than being bored, but a little boredom don't hurt every now and then. But yeah, no, week was pretty good.
Okay, Dawit.
Yeah, it was moms came to visit town. She,
Right. The GOAT.
She was, yeah,
Legend.
man. She was
From where?
she came from Austin.
Wow.
She was pushing the pod on family, dog. She like got like people subscribing last night. She was like, "Yeah, I got like 15 people to subscribe." I'm like, "Damn."
Okay.
Trying to get her
Moms
commission.
is on the side, man.
Yeah,
she's,
right.
like, she's like,
Shout
remember
out.
me, so she's on that. But
Like
yeah, no,
that.
moms came to town, and outside of that, just keeping up with work. Nothing too crazy. Kept it a nice and calm weekend.
Yeah,
Nice.
We missed you, bro.
Mello, how was your week, man?
I had a good week. Usual work. Oh, it was my girl's birthday, so we was out of town.
Hey, happy belated.
Happy belated. Happy belated.
So we just got back last night, but yeah,
Nice.
not gonna say too much about
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
That's
Of course. Gotta keep it low key, man.
You had a good time?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I can tell when Melo's had a good time when after I see him from wherever he was at, he's just smiling like. Because usually like when we greet each other, he's like, "Yo, what's up?" But it's like,
Oh, like it's business.
yeah. When I opened the door today, he was like, "What's good?" I was like, "Hey, we love that. Let's get into this, Lydia. So like, we have you on as our guest. We want to know like, how you got your start into where you are. Give us some background info on you.
On me?
Yes, of course, the people are gonna want to know.
Okay. Well, born and raised here in the DMV, specifically Maryland, but Dukem has been here since I was 2.
Shout out Maryland.
So, shout out Maryland.
What part?
So, what part?
Yeah.
Montgomery County.
Okay.
That's what Maryland folks do. We call it out by county versus just by specific city. But
What's the
Fair
nickname
enough.
for it? They don't say
Moco.
Montgomery. Okay, I was about to say.
Mo.
Yeah.
Niggas out there be like
Moco.
Montgomery,
Okay.
Montgomery.
Sounds like a coffee.
You gotta have a nickname, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I do marketing full time, brand marketing strategy. When I'm not doing that, I'm here at the restaurant and at Apple Lounge, just helping the family with the business.
Yes.
cool.
Shout out
Yeah.
Apple Lounge.
Wait, what's
too.
Apple Lounge?
Apple Lounge.
For those who don't know.
For those who don't know, it's right above Dukem. It is a bar lounge, hookah lounge situation.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's been now almost 11 years that's been open as well.
That's
So,
impressive.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what's up.
Dukem 28 and Apple 11.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
See, it's a lot of restaurants that aren't on that level.
So y'all opened in 96?
You know what I'm saying?
97.
97.
97.
Okay.
97.
So I'm older, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't.
She said 28.
Yeah, you weren't making it past.
Born
that.
in like 2004 or something.
Don't do me. It's 2000.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I don't like that look.
You ever see the? I saw this tweet. It was like for when babies are born in 2025. It's like, bro, you missed the whole plot. you missed
the whole storyline, bro.
You missed the whole storyline.
Oh my god.
You missed everything.
Oh,
That's this dude.
That's funny. I was born at a good time.
You missed everything.
I feel like the day I have a kid, I'm just gonna be like, damn, you're gonna have to retire at 85.
So sorry.
Yeah, we pray it don't get like that.
It's gonna be a completely
okay,
different
so we
life
got
for the
you got Dukem, we got Apple Lounge. Give us some history on Dukem, because it definitely has a rich history. Like when did it start? How did it get its start?
Yeah. So my dad and my mom opened it up in 97. It started out as a carryout, right down from us.
Shout out to your parents.
Shout out to
so
mom and
it
dad.
wasn't always at this location.
Well, it was always at this location. The carryout has always been right there. And then over the years, like after a couple years, they were able to expand out to where we're sitting, which I think was like either a pizza shop or a liquor store or something like that. And then one partition over that they expanded out to where we see now. So over the past,
So y'all just took over.
I was about to say.
Just conquering.
Let me get that building right there.
No. But no, it's a big labor of love. Like my mom and my dad put their whole life and everything into this place. So sitting in here it's literally like a second home. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
The I wanted to ask, or we wanted to know what it's like being in a family that is a restaurant owner. Like, what that comes with. How is it adjusting? Like, or how was it adjusting? Or you kind of you were born into it, pretty much, right?
Pretty much. I mean, I was 2 when it opened, so like it's just all I know. I would say family restaurant, small business, whatever the case may be, especially when you have 2 parents that are very active in the business. It's a blessing in the sense that like you can see them do what they've always dreamed of. But then also there comes with sacrifice. Like, was my mom and my dad always able to go to every dance performance or every recital? No, because there's this. And now as an adult, like I get it, because I'm not always able to do all the things that I want to do because I'm always here.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my parents also got restaurants too, right? So I had to kind of hold it down at the house. I got a little brother and my older sister, but my older sister autistic. So one way or the other, I was kind of managing whatever was going on in the background to an extent. Like my parents would leave what we needed in the house. Yeah. It's not like I was over here Gordon Ramsaying like food and nothing, you know what I mean? But like, you know, simple meals, whatever, keeping it going, you know, because my day even looked a little crazy when I think back on it, because I'm like, how the hell do I do what I did back then? It was just wake up, go to football, go to school, football again, come home, make sure they ate, make sure we all did our homework, then take care of my own homework and schoolwork, and then I go to sleep. I do it again the next day. So it's almost like, you know, it's almost a trip to actually hear it from somebody whose parents were running restaurants. Like I almost didn't have a shared experience with anybody where I could actually talk on that.
So it's so relatable.
Okay, but so when your parents would get home,
Yeah.
do they just like not want to cook because they've been
No.
But for real, like I'd be tired.
My dad was a foodie, so there was that. So that was never a thing. And my mom's my mom, so she's always down to make something or do whatever. So
Shuttle.
I personally am pescatarian, so I love churro and misud and all of that stuff. So
first of all, churro is fire.
Yes.
I don't know about misud, bro.
For some
that's
reason,
his favorite.
They hate on misud, and I'll never understand.
Churro is my favorite.
Churro.
Misud is the one that I called Gerber baby food, and it pissed off a lot of people.
So the reason why, like, we don't have to go deep into
this
it.
dude talking about misud pizza, bro.
Churro, there's no other element to it.
What do you mean there's no other? What element is there to misud?
It's thick soup.
Well, you get a little more of the lentil texture, depending on. So maybe you just haven't had good.
Your taste buds aren't that advanced.
Yeah, but for it to be
like
my favorite,
like mine and Lydia's.
I think the problem is you're comparing it to other Ethiopian dishes that hit way harder.
I understand.
Like, it's not that it's bad.
Well, I was comparing misud.
That shit is like, to me,
did you put
to me, misud is like this shit.
When did the sunglasses come on?
Let him be. He's just a vibe. Let him be.
Vibing.
Nah, you look good, bro. You look
behind the light with the sunglasses.
Bro, vacation mellow is crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, we got the natural light, so you know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah, man. I almost had to do like a double take. Pause.
No, but Mr. Pizza, bro, you should be
That's a choice.
exiled for
That's
that.
a choice.
You know, for me,
Definitely a choice.
Mustard is like just some shit that comes on the side when you order.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
That's
not
what I'm
something
saying.
that I would ever put in my top like.
Is Mustard on the
5.
menu?
Yes.
Like as a
No
single
disrespect.
item? Like I
Well-
could just order Mustard.
Well, we have single vegetarian or vegan plates. So if you wanted to get a full plate of that,
it's
you
a
could do that.
special vegetarian.
We have everything.
Yeah, but to
We-
show up to a
we check all
restaurant
the
and
boxes.
exclusively eat Mustard,
And you order Mustard?
I
That's
won't
wild.
inclusive.
No, I won't.
That's like going to a
exclusively
restaurant
eat
and
that.
ordering fries.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
You taking up space. You taking up space. We got tables for real customers. And you ordering fries.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know, man.
I hear you.
I can't. Mr. Pizza, bro. All those hybrid combinations we came up with, and you came up with Mr. Pizza.
That
That's foul.
yeah,
That's
but
foul.
it's like you can't knock it till you try it. Type.
I can knock it.
Well,
I'm
and
knocking it.
The best part is you don't have to eat it.
Exactly.
No, so it's fine.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't
That's like
have
when they
to
try
You
eat
to
it.
can you can be comfortable in your own hate. Stay there.
And this nigga puts Mustard and Dawit in the same gusha.
That's gross.
It just
Yeah, it's-
it doesn't
y'all
make
not-
sense.
does that.
You're not gonna like. They just gonna cancel each
They're
other
just
out.
not on the
Yeah.
same vibe.
Absolutely.
They're
You
just
don't
not
know
the
what
same
you're- what you're
frequency.
tasting at the
They
end of
won't
the
understand.
You ain't got no
They don't
decorum.
compliment each other. Is what
He
I'm
just
trying
doing
to say.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
He's
Don't
just
worry.
doing whatever.
It's like putting sour cream on cottage cheese.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
What are you doing?
Yeah, like
Yo, y'all
Don't
are
worry, bro.
stupid.
The CIA is watching, bro. They'll come for you.
I'm a CIA experiment.
They'll be
Okay.
laughing at this pod.
Wait, okay, we were talking about like y'all's kind of how y'all had the shared experience. I was gonna ask, what's like your earliest memory of like being here? Do you remember like when you were like a kid, like at all? Like
Yeah. Oh my gosh. One of my earliest memories. I don't know if it's the earliest, but an early memory is in the carryout. Me and my cousin were like 4 months apart. We would come here all the time because on the weekends my parents would be here, and we would be behind the register, like helping the cashier, like trying to
snap.
like take the orders or press the buttons to put in the numbers and do all of that.
How
so
old were you?
I was,
I'm kid you not. We were probably barely 8, 7, 6,
that's
8 years
crazy.
old. So we were just we'd stand on a little step stool to like reach the register.
That's hilarious.
It was cute. We really thought we were doing something, but yeah.
I can't even count change at this age. I don't know how you're doing that.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It was like the illusion of
Yeah.
giving us work to do, and they literally just let us like write stuff down and press
okay,
buttons.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
That's fun.
Supervision.
That's fun. So
Supervised.
you were here though, like when your parents were working, you guys were just like,
Yeah, we would
Around.
like stay in the office and like be on the computer, or if not, we
Yeah.
would like be at a relative's house. If not,
Yeah, yeah.
but
that's
yeah,
dope. That's
Yeah.
fire. Because it's like you get to be familiar. One, you get to be around your parents and see what they do. Since a lot of kids don't get to experience that, whether if like they're working in a secret office or something like that. But like this definitely seems like it would be a vibe at 8 years old to be like around here. Like, yeah, my parents own this bitch. Like, you mad? Stay mad.
Stop. No.
Yeah, how was that like being a kid? Because see, I wouldn't know how to control myself. Like I like to brag about family and stuff. Like, how do you kind of go about that? How did you go about that when you were younger? Like, would your friends know that you know your family owned this?
but did it
on
even
the
feel
spot?
like a flex at that age, or was it just like
No.
my parents just work? Like,
Oh, it
Exactly.
would feel like a flex to me.
yeah, because you're different, but
I don't think I
normally-
knew the concept of flexing at that age. So
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
mean,
saying.
it was just my reality. Like it was not.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Did it? But at like some point, did it kind of hit you that you would end up like working here? Like, when did you kind of realize like, okay, yeah, I wanna help out here? Like, has that always been the goal?
Well, not to get sad, but no, when my dad passed away, that was really when my sister and I like had stepped in to do what we can to support our mom throughout the process and like, you know, just do our part to keep our dad's and our mom's legacy alive. So that's when we had like a super like more hands-on day-to-day role into it. I would say growing up, what I respect and like appreciate is our mom, me and my sister. I have an older sister. She did a really
Shout
good
out Big Sis.
Shout out Big Sis.
Shout out Big Mama.
She did a really good job at like wanting us to have our own passions and interests outside of the restaurant. So
Right.
she was like she tried to do as good of a job to like not make us feel like we had to be here. If anything, she would rather us not be here so we could figure out what else we want to do outside of this. So, which makes it even more beautiful because now us being here is a choice. It's not just because we have to.
That's huge because it doesn't feel like a chore.
Right.
Or like, oh, it's taking time away from other things. It's more like you're enjoying the, wow. That's awesome. I've always dreamt of that. Like when I was younger, like I feel like that's like a kid thing where you're like, well, for kids who grow up without owning a restaurant, it's like, yo, that'd be so cool. If, like, family business,
take
like kind of thing.
Any kind of family business. Yeah. Like it's the whole concept is fire. Like,
yeah, I feel like we're asking questions that to y'all are just so like, you're like, okay, it's like
no.
whatever. But like, because our parents
not,
were just like straight 9 to 5 for everything.
Yeah.
So, it's just a whole different experience. I feel like
the whole
I feel like I'd be
concept
hanging
is
out there all the time.
so
Even if I
dope to
wasn't
me.
working there necessarily, I'd be there.
Yeah.
My friends will always be there.
Right.
So did you ever have a period of time where like you and your friends would come here to hang out?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I would do like if it was like big birthday parties, like I celebrated my 21st birthday at Apple Lounge, or like it like graduation events would be at like the restaurant or at the lounge and things like that. So otherwise, no, every now and then I would say,
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Your mom's super cool though, man.
Yeah,
she kind of scared me the other day when I first met her though, because
when
we pulled up to kind of scope the place, she was like, "Oh, so who was it that put Dukem #1?" And
no, she knew right away. She was like, "You're the one who did."
She was like, "You're the one." And she was like, "Yeah." She went over, gave him a hug, and then she gave me this side eye. And I swear that could cut through steel like a hot knife through butter, bro. Like that side eye was like
he didn't see. Like I'm glad she brought it up because I gave him a side eye too. I was like,
it's just like that picture of Kevin Hart when his girl was carrying him or whatever.
Yeah, on her back.
Don't do me. See, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's hate. That's hate.
Yeah, like bro, like guys under witness protection, bro. Like just like
it was dope that like she saw that, like she recognized that. Like
no, she's the one who sent me. My mom be online. She be on TikTok. She sends me stuff and all of that. I've trained her well. No, I'm kidding. But no, she's the one who sent me that clip. She was like, "Look, these guys are talking about Dukem," and then I watched the video. I'm like, one guy is talking about Dukem.
Get him, yeah. They need to recognize.
Don't gotta be like that. I got love for Dukem.
I'll help them. They just need a little bit more teaching.
It's fine. You haven't eaten here before, though, right?
I haven't. This is gonna be my first experience, and I'm really excited.
I'm excited
I've
for you.
definitely had it a couple times. It's just coming to DC has always been the problem, though.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it earlier. I was like, I've never been here, and she was like, it's because you're a Virginia boy.
Yeah, like,
and I was like, dang.
In the most respectful way, he took it.
When people from Maryland say that, it's always like in a disrespect.
That makes it even.
Yeah, because like
you guys don't know me.
There's a difference though, because like Virginia boys, like we're from Virginia, but like we grew up in two different places. Like we grew up in the Fairfax like area, but then as like when I got like to like 13, 14, we moved to Woodbridge. So Woodbridge is a different world. I consider myself a Woodbridge boy than Virginia boy.
That's fine. And that's what I mean. I'm coming from the person who doesn't know Virginia well. I don't know Virginia that well.
Woodbridge is even more like...
Nigga.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Mello?
You're even deeper
south. We're all from Virginia, bro.
Yoni listens to more than Wild and for Fun.
That's crazy. I don't listen to more than
swear
Wild.
I catch him all the time.
Nah, Woodbridge niggas just feel like they're on another planet for some fucking reason.
Yes,
because
we are.
Planet.
Yeah.
And I'll break it down.
But they look at it as a good thing.
Bro,
like, why do you think that he be wearing the whole, like, 2005 Cholo, like...
That's what I'm saying.
Fit, bro.
The
like, with the jorts and the hat, the whole baby face look, bro.
Yoni Baby Bash listening to Shabuzi. Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, what are we saying?
Shabuzi isn't in my playlist.
He's in Woodbridge.
Yeah, but it's just not... That's not my vibe. Like, y'all know my top 3 is No Cap, Rilo Rodriguez, and Lil Durk.
No business
I have
listening to
no
Rilo
idea
Rodriguez.
who these people
Yeah, I
are.
have no idea.
Because you guys aren't tapped in, and it's a shame because the podcast name is WeSoCultured.
Nah, the one time,
and y'all not tapped in.
The one time Yoni played Rilo Rodriguez, you were in the car.
I was driving, mind you, using my vehicle and my speakers to play this bullshit.
He was like, "What are we listening to?"
No, like I really think I have shifted in the unk status, bro. I've just accepted it at this point. I'm not.
Oh yeah,
we've
been knew this.
Oh yeah.
It's not so much the way you act; it's how quick you get dressed into your clothes when you get back home from an event.
That is speed.
So he'll be in this tank.
Nah, it's Superman in the booth.
And the shorts.
For sure.
Nah,
Superman in the booth.
You know when like
10 seconds.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Y'all ever see in like F1 when the car goes in and they change the tires real quick? That's how fast he is.
Yeah.
He gets home and he's like,
Hilarious.
When I get into the house, I can't wait to get into where I'm going to see shit.
That's crazy.
And then whenever y'all pull up and y'all hit me with a surprise, like, let's go somewhere. If y'all see me in shorts, y'all know.
Dawit is already in shorts, a tank top, and a do-rag.
He's not going.
And it's like
what's
hey,
going
Dawit, you want to...
on?
Never mind.
Yeah. So I've accepted his unk status, but all I was saying was Woodbridge. I wouldn't consider Woodbridge as a Virginia boy. Like he grew up in the Fairfax area, so he had the Sperry's, the polos.
Woodbridge is
khakis,
super
like,
Virginia.
The fedora.
I'm just not vibing with that, you know.
crazy.
So, but yeah.
And I didn't mean to trigger you guys. When I say Virginia boy, I mostly meant like people who stay in the Virginia area.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Nova's very different than South Virginia.
Nova
that's two different. Those are two different states.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says.
That's
two
very
different
true.
states.
We need a
Woodbridge
North
is
Virginia,
more
South
south.
Virginia.
But I hear you though. I'll always claim VA. Like,
No, I went
love
down
Virginia.
to Southern Virginia once, like out by Virginia Beach or whatever. And this was during
Oh,
COVID.
that's different. Yeah,
That is
Richmond.
that's even more
I
different.
went with my two little cousins. We walked into a restaurant and we all had masks on. When I tell you, I swear it was just like in the movies when everything goes quiet
what kind
and
of
they
mask?
look back at us. The COVID mask.
Oh, I thought y'all walked in with the shiesty.
No, with the shiesty that we deserve to look. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
Nah, we walked in with the COVID masks or whatever, and they look back at us like, how dare you not try to die? Like that's what it looked like.
They were
all
I got you.
unmasked,
That's
bro.
different.
They're just
Yeah.
like, what in tarnation?
They knew you
Like
weren't
that's
from
what I
there.
thought was happening, bro.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Can
bro.
I ask you? It's not a spicy question, but it has to do with restaurant ratings.
Okay.
Can you rank your top 3 Ethiopian restaurants
Okay.
In the DMV.
in the DMV? Yeah, rank your
DMV?
top 3
You
restaurants in
can't,
the DMV.
obviously,
Okay.
you can't say Duke.
So
Well, yeah, Duke's
Num-
already.
Yeah.
Well, Dukem is already like
It's got
above.
its own category.
Above
Okay.
them. Yeah.
okay. So number 1 would be Dukem. Number
I felt.
You can't count.
Okay, all right.
number.
So give us your top 4.
Okay, fine. So it's okay.
That's
So
good. That's good.
number
Give us your top four, top
number
four.
2 would be Dukem,
Okay.
and then number 3 would be Dukem.
Oh, hey, we love that.
Okay,
you
you
know?
ate.
I can't hate.
All right, she ate.
I can't hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, better step your
let
game
me
up.
correct myself.
4
Number
plus 4.
1 would be the Dukem carryout. Number 2 would be the Dukem sit down restaurant, and then number 3 would be eating at Dukem on the patio.
Hey.
Nice.
Y'all serve food in.
Yeah, so that's the fun part. So at Apple, we have the full Dukem menu available up there when
that's
people
what's
want.
up.
Even
Yeah.
at night, like turn up time.
At night. Well, up until I think like 11, 12 o'clock. So if you're there
that's
for like a
still good.
pregame situation, you could.
Speaking of outside life, being that you're so busy, do you have time like for yourself? Like, what do you do outside of this?
You say you do marketing, right?
Yeah.
For
So
work?
yeah, for work, I work in like the TV and film space. So
okay.
yeah, that work.
That's
And-
why you're so comfortable here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like you're kind of natural.
You know, so, yeah.
But no, so like that is what I do when I'm not here, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm here. In terms of what I do,
What about after both of those?
Like free time.
Yeah, do you have any free time?
Like outside of sleep.
She go home and sleep.
I admittedly like I'm in a season of my life where I'm just not doing much else except for committing myself to work in here.
That's fair.
I don't know how long it'll go. I don't know how sustainable it is, but like I feel good and like I'm excited to do what I do every day and come here every day. Like
so
it's
don't
not
feel like work
not-
as much.
I'm not burdened by it, thankfully. But
But do you have time for like yourself, like health wise? Do you go work out? Do you like?
That's what I'm trying to
what
figure
about
out.
outside of
Yeah,
that?
like
I mean, I try to make time for myself as much as possible. I have a dog. I have a 2-year-old dog. Her name's Journey.
okay.
She's a mix. I did a DNA test. She's like Rottweiler, German Shepherd,
Snap.
Oh.
Pit,
Very
and
big one.
no, she's only about 40 pounds. She's a little medium gal,
Okay.
but
How many mixes? I didn't know they could be that many.
well, it's like 20, 12, 12, 12. She's basically a big mix. I adopted her, so that's why
That's
I did the
nice.
test because
Okay.
I wanted to find out. But
So you get to take care of your dog.
yes,
Yeah.
like going on walks with her, playing with her, like that's how I remove myself because when I'm with her, it's like I can't be on my phone or it's hard to like
Yeah.
check my team's messages for work or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm don't have a good work-life balance, but I'm okay to admit that. And is it good? It's not something to glorify or praise, but I'm working on it. I'll get there.
No, that's fair. I feel like there's seasons of work-life balance. Like there are times when you're like building to something, like maybe you're chasing something in your career or whatever, or maybe you need to like support your family or whatever, depending on the season. And then there's times where you have time to like take care of yourself and like take some time off of work. Maybe you
correct. Next month I will be taking some time off.
See what I'm saying? Yeah,
so that is like my one big time off of the year.
What do you got in store for that? If you don't mind sharing, like
I will be going to the state of Florida for a week. AKA Miami.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
was like Tampa
or a little further south.
Tampa's crazy.
Tampa.
You only got to be scared to say you're going to Miami if you have a boyfriend.
That's true.
If you're single,
because he might not be okay with that.
What if he's going? Like then they got another.
We can talk about that. We can talk about it.
Version of DR or something.
Miami. No, that's
risky,
Jamaica.
Miami's risky.
Yeah,
no. That's Jamaica. That's the version of DR for it's the.
Oh yeah, Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
We talked about the.
We've seen what happens.
Yeah,
I've never been.
So. Yeah, I'd be damned if I heard a wagwan. Like
all of them.
Okay, so you get to have some time. Wait. So it's for a week?
That's it.
Yeah.
She's gonna be on a yacht.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking penthouse rooftop.
Where? Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, we're having our own pod over here.
We need to get more mics. Get everybody.
Okay.
No, I was just saying, long story short, like, never mind. Let's move on.
That is
I have
funny.
no desire to visit.
Okay, so, but being that you're going to Miami, obviously, like, you have an amazing figure. They're gonna want to know, how do you keep? You say you're not working out. Like, what do you do to keep your figure?
I would say.
Like, do you eat a certain way? Like, what's the routine?
She said it's the dog.
The dog.
Oh, the pescatarian. You're a pescatarian.
Listen.
Yeah.
And so, is that naturally a healthier diet than a regular diet?
It's the shuttle.
It's the
This is the
missile.
the shuttle. That's the secret.
Oh.
See, that's what I be trying to put the shorties on game. Mr. will have you looking right.
Okay.
But yeah, what's the?
I mean, I grew up. I danced my whole life, so I feel like that also like was a good foundation. But diet I feel like is a big
When you say you dance your whole life, like
it's a big
like
big
you go
workout
out and dance with your friend, or you on a
no, so I
organized like dance team
like I
or
did.
something?
I was at a studio, and then in high school and college, I was on the dance team.
Nice.
Like the girls who
snap.
play like during halftime at the games and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's official.
yeah,
That's not easy.
Don't be humble.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you keeping some stuff out?
Well, no. Fun fact: I was like I was captain for 2 years in a row, and in my college, and then I was
Damn.
I think I was like one of the first black girls on the dance
Wow.
team.
Hey, we gotta do the
What?
Yes,
Way
yes.
too casual.
I was about to say what?
Way too casual.
Yeah.
Come on.
You got some support.
I need that same energy.
I
when
feel the
say
love.
You got some
In,
support.
I love
in
the
other
love.
words, yeah.
Love.
No.
Dang.
No, it's fine.
Dawit doesn't dance unless he sees a pole.
That was wild.
Crazy.
Hey.
No, oh my god.
Hey.
No.
Hey, he got it like that too.
Got it
worry,
like
we can
what
cut
you
that.
talking about?
Yo.
Yeah.
Did everybody
Yeah.
just let that go right by?
Yeah, because Dawit has good forearm strength, so he can stay on.
Yeah. Pause.
He's a working man. Pause. But okay, so
Working
you were
Whoa.
you were
How did we get from like I just wanted an applause to like now I'm a pole dancer? Like what?
I said nothing.
No,
I said nothing.
I'm not speaking
Well, now
anymore.
you got
It's
a
fine.
potential
Just
future
leave me
career.
alone. Like I'm just gonna sit here and
you
exist.
gotta have an open mind, Dawit. It's a lot of money in dancing.
We're talking about
My fault.
two very
Yeah.
different
So-
kinds of dancing.
So basically, the way you've been able to keep your figure and everything, you do a lot of dancing.
A diet,
Bro,
some
good. Dancing is
videos,
an
YouTube
underrated
videos,
workout.
workouts
Yeah.
under
Yeah, like-
every now and then. Like it's and I'm not gonna genetics plays a role in it probably, but
naturally, you just
Habesha.
gotta
yeah. Also, like,
shout out genetics.
please, you're being way too kind. I do not. The figure is not nothing.
No, I yes. It is. Because I'm honest, I'm gonna say like what I see. So you look great.
Thank you.
Okay.
God.
Are you promoting a pescatarian diet?
I'm promoting whatever keeps you healthy and happy along the way.
That's
So
awesome.
that's
See,
what I'm promoting.
That's a
great.
good corporate
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. You've never once said anything about. You never asked me about my diet.
Because I know your diet, bro. It's what, glizzies and no bun. We know what you like.
Yeah. What is this?
What is he
blasphemy?
on to?
I don't know, bro. He's just coming for everybody.
Yeah,
What's
I
your
think he's
problem?
like
Nah,
short
because
circuiting
a
him.
lot of the
Yeah.
times it's y'all ganging up on me. Let me get my shit off.
So he just wanted. He's
That's
just
crazy.
Yeah, right.
That's like no homo, the Italian sausage. Right?
No,
I'm not gonna lie,
I know
we
you
get
have
to
a
the
good
next
diet,
topic.
We
but-
do be firing.
That's
up
crazy.
your-
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, other than that, we always ask our guests, well, all of our guests have been women, but are you outside or are you inside the house?
I am in Dukem.
There you go.
I am either at home or in Dukem. Otherwise, unless it's like a friend's birthday or a friend's graduation or like something like that, I am not regularly outdoors.
Yeah, we keep it wholesome here.
Yeah.
So because they're gonna want to know, like, so you're single, you're taken. What's going on here?
Who's asking? Who wants to know?
They
The
always
comments,
ask. The
they gonna
comments
be
are gonna
in
wanna
there.
know. If you don't
They
want to
gonna
spill,
be
we
in
can
there.
know.
Oh, no.
They're gonna be like, "How'd
So
you
are
guys
you-
never ask her?"
Are you just you're focused on work right now?
Yeah. I'm very much so single, and I have very zero interest in dating. So I usually joke and I say I'm single, but I'm unavailable. Like that is my
Keep trying.
You know, you see
keep
the
trying.
team's icon is yellow because they
Yeah.
busy.
Nah, this
Be
is
back
that,
soon.
busy. Yeah,
Be
that's
back
It's
the
more
one.
soon.
like a page not found.
Yeah.
404.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you focus on work. That's a beautiful thing.
That's what's up.
Well, I think it's time we bring on the second guest.
Oh yeah.
Come up here, Nobel. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You have to represent.
Where we gonna have her sit?
And what mic is she gonna use?
Probably here,
Right
and
here?
we'll have to do some kind
I
of
should have had some.
sharing.
We can-
music. I should
yeah,
put
yeah.
some Nipsey also.
We can.
She can either share with me or with you. It's up to you.
Last time
Because
that
of this, I would say with you.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Otherwise,
Move it to the right, little. You need me to scoot?
you gonna
Yeah.
come here, mama. I'm gonna-
Let's go.
you
Yeah,
look-
yeah.
walked up. Can they hear this?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Oh, you really did ask the knit.
Hey. Wait, are you Eritrean? Shout out Eritrea. You know, we love them all. You know what I'm saying? Big Nobel in the building. First time on the pod. It's good to see you.
Eritrea, man.
Are we letting this rock, Mello?
You're not gonna get copyright?
Nah, I just had to do like Nobel. You know, like when a wrestler,
Intro
thinking-
music?
you know, when like Stone Cold Steve Austin
Right.
comes out, he has his song.
Cover it.
Yeah, that's
This
this
is
our intro
Nobel
song.
Coming out the tunnel with the
Yeah.
smoke. Nobel.
I'm dead.
You know how like the final boss walks?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you look.
So basically, I guess whenever you want to talk Nobel, it can be there.
Yeah.
And
And
this
then
one,
you
are
can
we
just
gonna share?
switch over
Yeah.
whenever
Okay.
y'all want to talk. Good to see you though. Can y'all explain
Hi, guys.
y'all's relationship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you? I'll let you take it away.
Okay. It's like not. So me and Lydia met in 6th grade in middle school. Shout out Newport Mill Middle School.
Hey.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Moco.
Tigers.
And we've literally been best friends ever since. Like she's
That's nice.
actually one of my closest friends. You know what's so funny? Actually, I was just talking to your mom about this before I
What?
got on here.
What?
She was like, "She's your sister," and I was like, "Lydia is maybe, if not the one person or one of the people, like Lydia's never changed since I met her since the first day.
Yeah.
Like she's been the same since day one. Like super genuine, just super kind, the most humble person ever. Like I love her so much.
Thank you. I love you.
Aw,
I love
that's
you.
nice.
All right,
That's
then now you
nice.
can talk shit a little bit. Let's
Yeah.
hear the bad stuff.
You know, that's the trick. Get all the nice stuff out
Honestly, if I
first.
had something honest to say and like really like talk shit about, like there's nothing I could say.
Aw.
She's a very
That's
strong,
Likewise.
genuine person. I love
We
Lydia.
love that. We
Likewise.
love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout
Wow.
out to friendship. Shout out to growth.
Yeah.
So y'all been friends
since ever. Yeah, we went to middle school together. We went to high school together, and even our colleges were next to each other.
Down the road.
Wait,
Yeah.
do y'all remember y'all's like first like how y'all became friend? Like was it just like a moment or
The moment? I don't remember the moment. That was like
Were there a lot of
almost
Habesha people
20
at
years
your
ago
middle
at
school?
this rate. So
Was there a lot of Habesha people? There was. I wouldn't say a lot, but there was a handful. Like you knew.
Is it the
You
type where
sprinkle,
like you notice every
Yeah,
Habesha
yeah,
person type
because
shit?
like
yeah.
I mean, in Montgomery County, we have a lot of Habesha people, and the amount only got bigger.
right.
But like when we were in school, I have two other best friends who are Eritrean. And then there was Lydia, my best friend's brother. There was a couple of us sprinkled in.
Yeah.
Into our class.
Okay.
But yeah.
did you dance too, or was that just?
Oh no, that was her. Palms, all that. That was her.
Hey,
She was a cheerleader.
I was a cheerleader.
Okay, see, why
there
we
you
keeping
go. That's
some?
what
I
we
was
were
about
trying
to
to find
say.
out.
I know there's some
but
some
not
similarity.
like Lydia repped her set off. I was a cheerleader like my freshman year and then senior year because I was just like, well, I'll do it. Why
Okay,
not?
okay.
Yeah. Well, we had like a natural like a fake rivalry, I would say, between Palms and cheerleaders, but
And this is middle school.
no, that was high school.
High school.
Okay, I
High
was about
school.
to say.
That's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are besties one way or another. Did you wait? You recently celebrated a birthday, right?
I did.
Mhm.
How was
It my
that?
birthday. It was a great time. Lydia was there.
Hey.
She popped outside once.
I know.
I was about to say you got that little bit of free time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was my birthday. I had a great time.
That's dope.
Okay.
Mm.
But I had a good time.
Wait, what was that?
21.
Okay,
21?
21st. We like that.
Yeah,
we like
no.
that.
No one's telling them. You're going to age us. We don't need to know.
It was a great time. We had a great time.
Nice.
Yeah, I celebrated. Shout out my love. He was there.
Made
I
it.
was there.
Yeah, it was a good time. Family, friends. It was
Okay,
raining.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's get into some of these spicy topics. Let's
A
see
little meat,
here.
a little of
Increase
A
the
little bit
spice.
better.
Wait, Mello, did you want to intro one of the topics?
Yeah, why not?
It's only
I could do the next one. It's cool.
All right.
So I guess this goes for both of y'all. Nah, this is for everybody.
Okay, for everyone.
Yeah, we have men on here, but I feel like it's better to just ask in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
Would you prefer to be with someone who's Habesha, or are you open to any ethnicity?
Okay, romantically.
Romantically, yeah.
Go
Not just to like casually date. Like,
Okay.
Could you
serious.
yeah, settling down with somebody who's not from your culture, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm open. Like, obviously, I got a little preference, but it's like love is love at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
What's the preference?
Well, I mean, it's a little.
It's because
more.
this nigga looks like he can be from anywhere.
Don't do me.
It's like
See,
his
this how it
nigga's
starts.
like miscellaneous.
He only could be Moroccan or he could be from
That was the
Guatemala.
first-
Moroccan is crazy.
This nigga be fucking Puerto
nah,
Rican,
yeah.
Moroccan,
Boricua.
Indian.
Get okay. Yeah, just I like a little chocolate. You know what I'm saying? that's kind of
That's what every light skinned nigga likes. Dark skinned girl like chocolate.
I think it's just the contrast,
Yeah, I guess.
but it's also just like
Why you trying to do your color palette?
You're trying to correct like your ancestors' mistakes.
Watch it.
I get it.
I just like even growing up, I've always just. That's funny.
Growth.
Yeah, it is growth. I've always just been like attracted to that. So, and I think it's because we grew up in Northern Virginia, and there just wasn't that in Fairfax. Like when we grew up in like early 2000s.
Yeah,
It's a lot of. It was
You said
other
early
reasons.
2000s. You were 5.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
Wait,
about.
hold on.
Because what you meant was 2010s.
Tens, okay,
yeah,
there
you
we
meant
go.
2012, 2013.
I'm telling you, he was going on dates in the sandbox, bro. This man's been
That's
on the
funny.
shorty
That's
since then,
funny.
bro.
That's funny.
100%.
That's funny.
Every day. Can you share your crayons?
It's crazy. I probably used that line too in like kindergarten.
I mean, it's a good one.
That
It's
line
a
is
good-
crazy.
It's a good one.
Talking about Crayola.
Yeah, I think just being in Northern Virginia at that time, it just wasn't that diverse. So once we made the move to Woodbridge, I really got introduced like finally like similar like culture, so I just got more attracted to that sort of way. So
yeah,
I would say I'm open to all.
Yeah, I would say for me, like, I feel like I don't generally have a preference. I feel like anyone I've dated has been off of like personality. Like, obviously I have to be attracted to them physically. So like, I've dated Habesha women, I've dated non-Habesha women.
Right.
And like, there hasn't been one or the other that was like better in that sense.
Right.
So that's why I don't have a preference.
You said women with the EN at the end?
What?
Like multiple?
I think he's talking plural versus singular. That's the clever joke he's trying to trap you into.
It's going over my head. I don't even understand.
He said women or
women.
He's
women.
dumb.
No,
Yeah.
women.
He's-
You were outside at a time.
He tried it.
I see what you're saying.
See,
No,
he's trying
monogamous.
to.
Yes.
Don't fall for this. He knows.
Fall for what?
What?
Keep going.
Okay.
So you're open
You
to
sound
all.
like a conspiracy
Yeah, I'm open to all.
theorist.
I'm open to all for sure.
You got the
Like my
tin hat.
girl.
You're
right now
open
is
to all.
Latina.
All right, let's
okay,
make
okay.
let's
So I'm
make the
open to
topic a little
all-
bit deeper. When
Okay,
we talk
go.
about preference, it's not always about just the looks.
Yeah,
like,
personality wise.
You're
talking about
okay.
the
You're
ethnicity.
okay with a lot of different women as far as looks, but would you be okay with integrating with certain cultures? Are you cool with being with a
I see
Chinese
what you're
woman
saying.
and dealing with their culture and adapting to their culture?
Switching,
Arab
yeah.
culture, all these cultures.
I'll say there are some
That's a good
cultures that are
question.
harder to like mesh with for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how personal we're gonna get, but like I've had issues before, like in dating certain cultures where it's just like we don't align on the big items.
Yeah, it could
and I
be
feel
religion. It could be anything.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of big items that like need to be checked off first.
Right, but that's
because
I
your
feel like what you're saying
families
is
are
more like morals and values. I'm talking about could you adopt a culture?
Oh, just like
Do
just
Chinese
like how
shit?
they act.
Do Arab shit?
I hear you. I hear what he's saying. Like, yeah,
I can do
like,
Chinese.
Wear
shit.
the shit when they have their family
Yeah, like
gatherings.
the
Go there
the
and
traditional robes.
No, I could do
whatever.
that.
yeah. But what's your preference as far as that?
Would you rather it be?
I'm
like,
hearing he's open, girl.
Preference,
I
I would say-
understand it.
If I had to put myself in a box, I would say obviously Habesha culture is like first because that's just like so easy.
Yeah.
Right.
We
After
already
that,
know.
I would say like probably American, like Black American. Like that's like very easy because I already
yeah.
live here.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. I feel you.
After that, probably like I feel like Latin culture.
Yeah.
That's probably top 3.
Yeah.
Outside
I'll
of that,
probably
it's
say
gonna be hard. Outside of that, it's gonna be so different
Yeah.
that
Same with me.
I don't know.
I feel
It might be too different.
I agree with him for the most part. Like for me
Yeah.
to like be fully in go because I don't want to like if I'm with somebody, you know what I mean. I want to be able to dive into their world just.
Well,
as
you're
much as they
falling in
dive
love with
into my
them,
world.
not just like that. You don't fall in love with the culture first. You fall in love with them first. So if you love them, then you will
Bars.
feel excited to get adapted
yeah,
to
yeah,
everything,
yes,
regardless of
But
whether in that.
I'm just
topic.
asking about
But,
preference.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do
Anything
think
can work if you
Right.
love somebody,
That's
right?
true.
it's fair to have a little caution to it, though. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
true.
Because like things clash. Like I've got a 3-foot Orthodox cross tattooed to my arm. I can't just
Yeah,
date
I'm kind of
anybody.
just. It's a wrap
So-
for me.
She's like, I'm an atheist actually.
So what do I do with this? Like you know what I mean? Like just
That's funny.
that's
as
on
shit.
the trash. You know, like that's what that'll go for me. But
Okay.
no, sorry. Go ahead. We were kind of going down the line. You got it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think there definitely is a convenience to dating somebody that is also like Habesha. Like, they get it, you know, like
Yeah.
they get it. Like you get like if I'm saying something that's going on in my house or it's like a holiday that not everybody else has on their calendar, like you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
understand. But I also think that extends to I think anyone with a foreign background, like your parents weren't born here, they also had to travel to America. They may or may not be refugees as well. Like I feel like that in itself is also a place of connection. Like you have your traditions, I have my traditions.
True.
A lot of our morals might be the same. You like a lot of when you're a foreign kid and you talk to other foreign kids, it's sometimes they do that at your house too. Like
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
a good
mean? Like
point.
yeah. So I think that makes more sense. So I would say that more so than like dealing with somebody that might be like American or from like a Western
Very true.
country, because I feel like they might not get it as much.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I think that grace extends to anybody with just like your parents are not from here.
Yeah.
So
That's
that would
real.
be my preference. Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. Like it's nice to relate to someone, even if it's not exactly your
Mhm.
culture. You still relate on some level, like
Yeah.
from having that immigrant background. Like
Yeah.
something to it.
Like we both have an Independence Day to celebrate.
Exactly. Exactly.
So like I might have a couple things to do. Like if you really like, fuck with that person, I feel like you're down to explore what comes with their background. They're down to explore they're down to explore what comes with your background.
Yep.
And you go from there, and then it's kind of lit. You end up marrying that person. Your kids are just multicultural.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think it does get a little technical when it comes to like religion.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like certain, you know what I mean? But like if you can work around that or you can navigate that,
it's doable.
I think it's doable. I think it's very doable.
Do you guys notice any time, like, I don't know, I think Mela put this on here, like when other races are infatuated with like Habesha girls?
Yes.
Like because like how do you kind of, I guess, how do you tell? Because there's some people that maybe they just might like Habesha girls, but there's some people that are like, in a weird way, infatuated.
You see them immediately, like these dudes come up to them and hit them with one phrase they learned from their Habesha homeboy, and they're talking about, "Oh, salam, dinanish," and she's like, "I'm Eritrean." Like,
or you hit one of these. Oh, I know how to.
I know how to shoulder shake. Like, bro, please be quiet.
Like, because you could be like, that's a little cringe. Is it like cringe, or is it like, oh, maybe they genuinely like fuck with us? Like, how do you tell that? Like, is it hard?
It's not hard per se. What I find is the distinction is like there's like an interest and a genuine appreciation in like the culture, and then there's the comments. There's the generalization of comments based off of looking at you in terms of like Ethiopian women or Eritrean women, Habesha women are like the most beautiful, and that's only what they're looking at. Is just they're removing the culture, they're removing the language, they're just looking at you for
like the exoticness.
Yeah. It's an infatuation.
You're just true physical.
Yeah.
Then that's where there's a delicate dance.
When the Americans come up, they're like, "Conjo." You're like, all right, where'd you learn that?
Yeah.
And I think it's doing something. Then it's like, that's how you know it's a thing, because you don't even know that there's a distinction. There's two countries. Like, it's like,
Can't even befriend the dudes that be asking me what to say. I'd be like, I've given them insults, weird, right? Bro. I've done it before. I gave them insults.
You told them the wrong thing to say.
Hell yeah. I'm just like, like I don't even know them like that. If I knew them like that, I'm not gonna do them dirty. I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't really know. But like somebody I don't know, just because I've had those like random conversations at the bar with, hey bro, I'm trying. Oh, you Ethiopian? Oh, yo, I'm trying to figure out to holler at who.
You're like, bro, call her Sharmuta.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
crazy.
Bro, I hit them with some bad words, and I'm just like, damn, if only I was there to see this in action. Because her.
That's how I get. It's hard to handle those because, like, well, it's not hard, but like, I'll get those questions too from like my friends that aren't Habesha. Like, yo, you gotta hook me up with it. And it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, you've seen it in one way,
bro. The hell?
Yeah, you gatekeep. That's funny. But it's like, yeah, I feel like I see it a lot on social media too, where there's like, it's they're not acknowledging anything else except how you guys look. And I feel like that's infatuation, right?
Yeah, that was
like a certain like you're obsessed with
when it's about the
thing.
Looks rather than who they are spiritually, and culturally, and like all that other stuff. Then that's kind of what aligns with that definition.
Yeah. Mello, you were out for this, but we were talking about like other races' infatuation with like Habesha women, and kind of like discussing how they handle it and how we can tell when someone's a little weird about it. But yeah,
I mean, I get it.
they be infatuated with you.
I get it too.
Oh yeah, does it go the other way? Because I feel like people talk about it from a
women know what it is?
perspective.
When I say that, I feel like I get it, but everybody else doesn't get it.
We get hate.
You know what I mean?
We get hate.
Well,
hate?
Yes.
No, you know what I feel like? I feel like white girls get a lot more flack for their attraction to black men, but people don't look at it when it comes to like other cultures. People don't look like how everybody wants a Habesha girl.
Well, that makes sense.
People don't look at it that way.
It's a lot more historically in your face. Why is it different? Historically, it's completely different.
Because like slavery,
just based off.
But
of
if you look at just the high level, the concept,
you're
attracted more off the physical than you are anything else. Like you don't really give a shit about. It's more of a lust thing than it is anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
people are more offended because of rape, like slavery and shit like that, right? But that only applies to African American people. A white girl could get a nigga that was fucking born in Nigeria, Lagos. Has nothing to do with
and they be
what
getting
happened
them
here.
easy too, right?
And it's still the same thing. The way they want a nigga from Africa, like it's all from lust at the end of the day. They don't give a fuck about the history. No, it's kind of the whole point.
They're infatuated with.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you could be African American from Southeast, or you could be from Lagos. You get what I'm saying? Or you could be from fucking whatever.
That's why you guys gotta. Well, one thing. Well, obviously you look at looks first. Looks is the first thing, but whenever you go on a first date, you gotta. It's essentially an interview. So it's like. You can tell. I feel like even as women, y'all can tell when a man is just like he only interested in you based on how you look. Like when you're asking questions and stuff, they're just dry. They're not really interested in like what else you have to say or what else you have to offer. Like you can tell that person is just infatuated with how you look, basically, right?
Do you guys like white girls?
Personally, nah, I'm cool.
It's not a preference.
Yeah, it's not a preference.
Yeah, okay. I think attraction. I guess it's like. The attraction and then who you want to settle down with is like two different things.
Yeah,
right?
It's two different.
You can be attracted, but you want to build a legacy with
Period.
But I mean, you were saying Habesha men get a lot of hate. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I feel like I personally haven't gotten a lot of hate, but I'm saying like I feel like I see that online when you compare like I guess. So here's a clear example. What was it last year? Drake dropped that song just singing about Habesha women. He was naming tribes. You know what I mean? But like you would never see that the other way around.
The first time I heard it, I was like, "This is about to be all up in my timeline."
But I support that though.
I like the song.
I like the song.
It's catchy, but it's just different. What you're saying. It's just different.
I don't know. I feel like from a girl, maybe I don't know if you've seen this, but I feel like the girls love Habesha men. Like I've talked about it with certain girls that are not Habesha, like seen it online. Like they're like, oh yeah, like they're digging these African men.
Yeah, non-Habeshas for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, non-Habeshas?
Yeah, non-Habeshas.
I'm not talking Habesha girls. I'm talking about everybody else. I feel like they're
okay.
Everybody else but Habesha girls.
I was about to say, I feel like I get love from
the other category. Literally everyone else.
Of course, yeah.
Funny as shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we get. I think the thing is, y'all are like so much more better looking than us. So it's gonna. That's just how it's gonna be.
Because you're a man, bro.
No. But it's like,
how you gonna judge?
It's different, bro. It's like y'all are like, it's a different level. Like compared to like other races, where it's like, are you?
Nah, he's not wrong. He's right.
You get what I'm saying? There are people that are like, yo,
for sure.
Habesha women are like.
You better put some respect on my name.
Seems like I don't know about y'all, but I'm
respect
fine.
on my name. Bro,
let's think about it.
Let's just say we're ugly.
We're talking about a general consensus.
This is my brother.
I'm not.
I ain't talking about me.
You got it, man.
I'm talking about a general
consensus. If you were to ask the average
me.
person
Bro,
to rate, like for women, the best looking races, right? Habesha women would probably be in the top 5. Habesha niggas
top 3
might not even be in the top 15.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, we do not. We are not on y'all's level.
Average person.
The first thing they be talking about is like, what do I look like arguing with a man the same height as me? And I'd be like, first of all, you're 5 foot. Okay. Second of all, you're right.
Well, first, I wasn't talking about me. Like I think I'm separate from y'all. But when
why do you feel like you had to like make that statement?
Because y'all are saying that I'm saying all of us. Like I didn't say us.
I wasn't thinking about myself either. I'm just talking generally.
I'm doing just fine for myself.
Y'all gotta watch it.
That's that.
That's why I said general consensus.
Yeah, it's a general consensus. But like it's a thing though, y'all. It is a thing, bro. So I think that was a key point to make. Like that, like we not in no one's top 10.
No.
You know, but it's cool.
We might be honorable mention somewhere.
Yeah.
Honorable mention is crazy.
Doing a top 10 and then saying honorable mention Habesha guys is like that's crazy. That's a pity. That is crazy. That's a pity ad.
Nah, but I'd rather be slept on though.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's
it is a vibe
under the radar.
Wait, I have a question.
That's crazy.
So I have a very unique experience, but when you guys are out in public, do people automatically recognize that you're Habesha? That you're like Ethiopian or Eritrean?
Sometimes My bad.
No, I didn't have anything else.
For me personally, I never like, unless you are Habesha yourself. If you're not Habesha, you don't like. I get multiple different things. I'll get Indian. I'll get Pakistani.
I can kind of see
I'll get Dominican.
Yeah.
I'll get Somalian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I walked past a construction site. They started speaking Spanish to me, bro.
Yeah, you got You got a little
Hey,
bit,
bro,
bro.
like I'm not Puerto Rican, bro. Like
You can pass.
they'd be like,
You can pass.
"Da-da-da-da-da-da." I was like, look, bro, like I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Maybe I think like when we're all together,
Okay.
I think people are like, are you guys Habesha?
Yeah,
But
definitely
if
a little
like
easier to
if
tell.
I'm by myself, it might be not so much.
I feel like he never gets
No.
Habesha.
See,
Anybody
I knew it
who's
was gonna
even with
come. I
me
knew
doesn't
it.
even
I
realize
knew
that
it.
we're brothers.
He's got
Don't do that.
he'd be wearing the jorts and the Yankee hat.
People would be
bro, I
like, "That's your
promise you."
brother," and I'm like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "He's from Ethiopia," and I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
So it's like it really maybe with you it might be a little different. I think if we're all together, they will clock. That
Yeah.
we're
Nah, I
all-
only think that's
Right?
true if you are hip to Habesha culture.
True.
You know
yeah,
a lot
you're
of
right, you're
Habesha
right.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
If you
not, they'll
don't-
just think you're like American.
Nobody's
black or
gonna
something.
guess what Habesha as easily as it would be to like guess another culture.
Like if you
just saw
were
them.
if you were in the airport, right? Would someone be like, "Oh, are you Ethiopian?"
Well,
If you had
airport's
Dulles,
a special case.
if
Well,
you
not
had
the
Dulles,
airport.
it's
we
important.
run the airports.
If you're in the okay, that was a bad scenario. If you are in Whole Foods or if you are in Trader Joe's, is someone gonna be like, "Are you Ethiopian?" when you're checking out?
Well, usually if
Sam
to
stay
say
in Whole Food Trader Joe's. I know he can answer that question
yeah, nah, he's the Wegmans king.
with the fedora.
What is this slander? Nobody wears a fedora. I don't know. They try to put that on me.
He likes shopping where the soccer moms are at.
This is also false.
With the handheld basket too.
you guys
not the
love to
cart.
roast
God,
each
they just be
other.
going
Not
at
the
me.
cart, the
All right,
basket.
listen.
See,
The
they be-
only thing I've gotten other than Habesha is Dominican or Indian.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, you
so
definitely
funny.
look
And
Indian.
it depends what I'm wearing that day.
I know black.
Especially
I'm Dominican.
I know
back in the day. Yeah, because like back in the day, I feel like for guys at least, when like the real skinny jeans were in,
Yeah.
people thought I was Dominican.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and I had the
funny.
white shoes on. It's a wrap.
It's funny
No,
as
no.
shit. I can
That's
see that.
hilarious.
I can see that.
Nah, but I mean, like, if I want to just show, like, that I'm Habesha, I'll just lead with my forehead, so they know. Like,
You don't have a big forehead.
but like,
It's like the back of your
I'll
head.
lead with. I'm gonna get him. But
my
like,
head's
yeah,
fucked
I'm
up,
like,
so-
just,
You can fry me all day.
just look at my head and you know that I'm Habesha. That's it. Because I'm not fluent in Amharic, so I gotta show in other ways.
You know, if I didn't know you, you almost like look like you could be like half black, half white.
I was gonna say that.
100%.
Yeah.
Like if anything, if
If
y'all
I
are
didn't know
not
you at
giving
all,
Habesha,
I think like you were like mixed with some shit,
y'all kind of give mix a little bit.
or like you're like maybe Spanish.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hate, but that's funny.
Why is that hate?
Even I've
Don't
been
do
asked
me.
that too. I wouldn't even say it's hate, bro. Like I had to grow like fill my hair. Oh, you
Yeah,
mixed?
in the winter time, you definitely.
But when she said it to you, she thought you were like maybe mixed with Pakistani and Bangladesh.
Dog, yeah. I've gotten so many Indian comments too. I've literally gotten everything. I've been like, bro, like, have I
That
been
is
all over
so
the place?
funny.
Like, is there things? Do I need to go through
But
and like
that's so
DNA test
true,
myself
though.
against my parents? Like, that's what I be checking, bro.
because a lot of people in our community kind of look like racially like what's the word ambiguous.
It's ethnically ambiguous. I feel like
Ethnically
Habesha-
ambiguous.
Nah,
Yeah.
Dawit being
low-key,
Bengali is
Nobel,
funny though.
You could definitely pass for Indian.
I've gotten
Nobel
all
is
that.
Indian.
I've gotten
Very
Indian.
Indian.
I've gotten Dominican. I've gotten
Yeah.
it all. Like, you know, when you go into like a 7-Eleven and a Habesha person that's working there wants to talk to you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm Trinidadian.
Yeah.
Like, I've thrown everything out there. You have no
that's
idea.
funny.
So I
Wait,
wanna
nothing.
talk.
Say que lo que real
I
quick.
can't do it. Que lo que?
Dang, yeah,
Ya tú sabes.
she's Dominican.
Ya tú
Wow, yo, they're gonna flood the comments.
Yeah, nah,
That's funny. Yeah,
I've gotten it all.
Yeah, I can't relate. I feel like anywhere that it's just like it's just,
You look very Habesha. to
yeah.
me.
That's well, it's funny
Yeah.
because I would agree.
Yeah.
But what's funny is like if I post online or on my TikTok, people will be like, "You're not Habesha. You don't look up," and I'm like,
is it the non-Habeshas saying that?
"It's both." No, it's the Habeshas.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is funny." Yeah.
The only
I feel
other
like- isn't that a compliment? Though?
country I would guess is Somalian. If I didn't know you at all,
Yeah.
if I had to guess, but first would be Ethiopian for sure.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I feel like Somalians aren't like that petite.
Nah, they can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
call Somalians big bags.
Nah,
That was crazy.
Nah.
What are you
That
saying?
sounded
What
crazy.
are you
Every
actually
Somalian
saying?
petite meaning like just like
Shorter?
small. I guess that's not hate to you.
I'm short. Like, I don't care. I'm a solid like, 5 foot and fine about it. I'm good.
For real? 5 foot? Legit?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Wait, you're 5 foot?
We're not like the same height.
I'm sure. Like, I was telling him, I'm like, I just got a tall personality. People are like, when people come to the restaurant and they see me, they're like, you're a little shorter.
You know what's so? Oh, I was just about to say, because like when I see you on social media, it's like you got such a big energy, and then like I wasn't expecting you to be like
as
small,
short
like,
when you came the other day.
Joy, you know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. I like that though.
Bundle of joy's great.
You know, like the you know, like how there's the like regular like Snickers, you know, the
fun size. There you go.
Fun size.
There you go.
Oh man. Okay. I think we did that combo in for real.
It's called an adult woman a bundle of joy, bro.
What's the next one? Oh, this is another spicy one. What are your guys' thoughts on traditional gender roles in the Habesha community? Because I feel like it's getting better now. Like it's not like
that's coming in.
So forced with us being older.
Do you mean here or like what do you mean? Like here, in America?
It gotta be here.
You're talking about America. I'm just talking
because
like our experience.
For the most
like
part.
our age? Like young adults, or are you talking about like our parents?
Okay, I guess what do you mean? This should be more specific.
Yeah.
Let's think to what we can relate to. At least our generation here in the U.S., how we would approach it, I guess, is kind of what you're getting at, right? Yeah. So, like, why don't you go ahead and start?
I feel like a lot of us, well, we probably have parents who follow traditional gender roles, but I feel like we're kind of, since we grew up here, we might not follow all of those specific things when we eventually, you know, have a partner or get married or whatever. So I thought it'd be an interesting convo. Like, do you see the differences that you would do compared to your parents? Yeah. Or do you see the things that you would do different compared to your parents?
Oh yes, whoever my future partner is, they will be cooking for themselves sometimes. They will be cooking for the family. Sometimes I will not be the only one feeding the family.
That's a big thing.
That's one personal thing that I feel like that I would break out from, but yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
What about you?
Me personally, I'm kind of willing to roll with what makes her comfortable, right? So, because I think I kind of alluded to this the last time I was on, like, you want to work full time and split bills, cool. You want to work part time and just put up what you can, cool. You want to be a full time stay at home mom, that's cool too. Like, because I'm not necessarily invested in just what you can do for me. So, like, even in the scenario that you do work from home, or not work from home, you are at the house full time as, say, a mother or not, whatever it is. Don't get me wrong, you should be picking up more slack than I can. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I expect you to always clean up. I expect you to always cook. I can't, even maybe in my worst day, like, I'm gonna be like, look, I can't do shit. But like when
that's where grace comes in.
But like, you know, if you got these little shits running around, especially if we have daughters, like, I already know I'm about to spoil. If I have a daughter, God forbid, like, I already know she's gonna be spoiled.
It's a wrap.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta spoil. You have to spoil.
In the sense that, like, I'm gonna spoil.
You have to spoil.
No. I know the general.
I'm like, you don't want your daughter.
I know the general God forbid thought process. No, I know that, like, I'm gonna be a little too soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
What you had to do all day and what I had to do all day is, it's not even. That's what I think is the problem with, like, the internet right now, is that they're equating the two burdens, or not equating it. Like, it's the same to me. Like, they're both a burden in just completely different ways. Yeah. And it's the internet is so lazy to look at it as like, well, I worked all day, you were at the house, or I took care of kids all day. First of all, they're your kids.
Right.
True,
but don't be.
But it is
at the end of the day, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah.
So, like, I don't want you to deal with that burden on you, because then what am I? Like, I'm just a walk-in ATM that eats and then sleeps and leaves. Like, no, that's not the way I'm gonna operate.
Yeah.
So, like, there are some men that like being the walk-in ATM. No,
and I mean, I'm not knocking it in the other sense. It's just that, like, you know, I'm just not gonna operate that way. So, like, you know, if y'all have that understanding and y'all are both cool with it and you weren't forced into that situation, it is what it is. But, like,
it's basically doing what you're doing, whatever you guys are both comfortable with.
Yeah, because, like,
but that conversation has to be had, though, because sometimes it'll just, like,
Agreed.
You'll wait to have that combo, and then y'all are serious, and then you're like, wait,
most
this
of
is
the time
not
it's
how
those ones that like don't want to work right, like, and it's cool, and as long as they understand, like, you know, you're picking up like more of the slack, if not all of it, and you're just like, I'm happy to do it, then it is what it is. I'm not gonna knock somebody for being like, I don't want to do shit at the house if his wife is like, no, I don't want you to do anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, for me personally, I personally would not want to come home because that's my way of treating you too. Yeah. I want to help out.
True.
Okay, not just financially.
She got to cook. I'm just saying a little bit, but the situation
it has to be balanced. Like,
so,
right.
He's saying that because he's not a good cook.
I'll preface it with, I'm a great cook. I'll preface it with, like, in an ideal situation, I make enough money where it's an option. If she wants to work, if she doesn't, if she has a career, if she's chasing that, love it. I love that. We'll get someone else to help out. Yep. Or like we'll split it. Like if we're both working 40 hours, there's no reason that you come home and I'm like, I'm hungry. That's the crazy part.
But people do that.
So
guys do that.
That's where it's crazy.
Yeah.
But if it's like she doesn't want to work, or maybe she does a part-time job, like works like 15, 30, 20 hours a week, something like real small. And then like I'd rather obviously have my wife raise my kids. If anybody, if it's an ideal situation and I'm making bread.
Like other than a nanny.
And we're good.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like that would be great. But in this economy,
it's hard to do
it's
that.
Not easy.
The stay at home
so
requirement.
hard
Because I mentioned that too last time. It's like but if you do decide that you're not working right, and we're at the state that we're in right now, for example, at least I'm not going to speak on how much I got going on, but if I've got enough to keep us comfortable, that means there's going to be certain things that get sacrificed, bro. Because like I only physically make so much money, and I think that the most logical people would understand that too.
Yeah. So I feel like the middle ground is like, you know, if you're both like making enough to support the household and like now you need extra help. Obviously, if you have family around or if you have like some kind of situation where somebody can help out, that's ideal, right? Because it's like now you're not paying some random person to come take care of your kids. Yeah. But, you know, life's hard, man.
But I wouldn't think of it too random though, by the way, because a lot of people keep that same person more consistently because you vet them, you meet them or whatever, and then that person just sticks around all the way through. So it wouldn't
still, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a random person. It's not like
I'm not
aunt or uncle or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just
like someone from the outside of your society that you brought in. They could be a great person, but they are random at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you might have vetted them properly, but they're.
What do they know?
That's true. You gotta have the conversation though. Like I be seeing a lot of people they get far in the relationship, they didn't even realize they didn't have that combo. Like what are we both comfortable with?
Yeah,
they're kind of just going with the flow.
I think it like really just all boils down to like consideration.
Yes,
like we're not back home. This is not like you're not going out and leaving, you know, your wife at home to raise the kids with the community. Right. And then it's just like he's going to do some simple job.
Same community.
Yeah.
You got Brad like, living next door.
There is no
and Courtney to the left.
That's really not the case. And it's not just like, you know, he can just go do some simple job and come back home. Like if we're talking about now and we're living in America, it might take 2 incomes to sustain the house. And if it doesn't, and you know, you guys are comfortable with just one person working, be that like the man. That's not to say that like being at home is not a full-time job. The kids are a lot.
For sure.
Kids are a lot, and there's no, especially if it's 2. Yeah, 2, don't let it be 2 under 2. Like,
and then they start collaborating.
No, it's a lot.
Like, and they start coming up with ideas. You know, it'd be really funny.
It's a lot of work, but like that also doesn't mean that like, you know, like your wife is at home doing everything the entire day, and then you come home from work, and then you kick your feet up, and it's just like, oh well. I can't change no diapers because I was at work. That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy,
like, you know what I mean? Or like you could cook the meal while I continue to like give them a bath, put them down. Like I feel like that's just all into like consideration.
Yeah.
You know?
And even if you're both working, one thing that I read about, or maybe I saw a clip or I read about it, whatever. This couple had like a whole communication thing of like when they both got home. I think generally around the same time, right? They kind of tell each other what percent they're at, like a phone battery. Yo, man, I got like, sorry, baby girl, I got 60 right now, and she's like, I got your 40.
Yeah, some days it can change, you know. And
then there's other times where it's like, yo, you know, she come home and she tell you she got 30. Shit, I got your 70. You know, so it's all about working with the other person because they're important. So
No, I just feel like that is so funny saying battery percentages. Like,
because it's
that
so,
is so
but it's
fucking
so
funny.
real though.
Yeah.
Because there's times where I've got like 99, bro, and I'm just like, give me something to do. And then there's times where I'm just like, I don't even want to throw that in the trash.
Hey, babe, put me on low battery mode.
Yeah.
That's funny.
With the focus on the D&D.
Okay. I mean, so you said, so it's cooking, something that you would change. As far as like staying in the house, like
work, like the work
related. Those are really the two main things.
Yeah.
Like I can't really think of a lot of other
really cooking,
like
cleaning,
roles.
keeping up with kids. Those are
the kids are a big thing too. Like
yeah, because I'd be damned. Nah, man.
Like
what about doing things to expand their minds?
You said what? Yo, he's
taking
on
them to
his
soccer
own
practice,
vibe,
doing
Wait,
sports,
where'd the
making
sunglasses
sure they're
go?
going to
They've been
piano lessons and all the other stuff. Other than
I
just
can't
cooking
imagine
and
getting
cleaning.
out of 5
That's
hours of
funny.
meetings in a workday and then watching my kids like just literally in this straight linear line kicking a ball. Like you know how like,
That's gonna happen,
You
bro.
need a nanny, nigga.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather them be playing like sports than doing some other crazy shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can imagine
But
what it's
I'd
gonna
be-
be like whenever we
overly
have kids,
involved.
bro.
Sports wise, yeah.
Do you
I'm
guys
all
think
in there.
hypothetically, if you have kids, they're gonna be like straight up iPad babies like we have now?
Probably. I feel
Because
like
it's
that's the
gonna
world,
like,
though.
what option do you have to keep
Even if
your
they
kid
go outside,
occupied?
who they gonna play with?
I think
They're gonna be
Casper?
with the iPad, bro.
Casper's great.
I think it's not hard. I don't think it's that hard, bro.
You say that, bro, but it's
Nah,
That's why I feel like you gotta
you say
work harder
that.
nowadays to make sure they're in organized activities.
Yeah.
They gotta be
true.
busy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Some
because
kinda
they're not just gonna go
yeah.
outside and just have all these social experiences. Like, think about how much
We went outside
about
as
life
kids
we
a
learned
lot.
just from
Yeah,
the park.
Exactly.
I think that like the time that we're in now, part of it is like you can't avoid it. Like
Yeah.
when your
can't.
kid gets out there and it's just like that kid needs a phone also for like safety purposes. And
Exactly,
just like
yeah.
other things
Right,
like
right.
or if they're in class, like the way we grew up, we was pencil and paper. Now they're on tablets, they're on
Yeah.
computers in school. So I think to a certain aspect they're gonna be a little tech savvy. But also
sure.
at home, like there's, times where it's like this is iPad time, this is like video game time, this is TV time, and then like the rest is like, because I have a bunch of nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And that's the same situation at their house. Like, my brother would be like, all right, you need to put that up. Like, you need to go read a book.
Yeah.
And they get up and go do that.
Because it's really just
Yeah.
general discipline.
It's
bro.
like-
because
yeah,
we
it's
grew
not-
up with what the Nintendo DS, the Game Boys. We
Mhm.
had mobile devices. It may
Yeah.
not be an iPad.
Yeah.
But it's doable, bro. And I'm not trying to diss parents because I know it's hard.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about instilling discipline, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you don't have them active and doing other shit,
Right.
you just
The other
gotta
thing
be
is
on
like
it.
I feel like enrolling them in activities, like
Yeah.
do stuff. Like
Yeah,
you can't
that's
just
what
keep
I'm
them
saying.
busy.
Yeah, because if you're just home,
Yeah.
if you're just home, what else are you gonna do?
And the
You know?
overcorrection would be to restrict them from technology altogether, because then when they get old enough to use it, I feel like that's kind of like, keeping your kids from being allowed to do shit in high school. Then they get to college, they do whatever they want, and they lose their minds. It's
Right.
the same thing. So it's all about balance.
Would y'all
Best way I imagine.
ever would y'all ever be in an open relationship?
How?
Okay.
Whoa.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Because it is becoming
No.
more of a thing now. I was just
Are we getting into the next topic?
yeah.
Yeah, that's not a real.
So
I feel like
that's
it's not
kind
a
of
real
different.
thing.
That we can
It
talk
is.
about that too, but this one is
I know people that
situationships
are.
versus relationships.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That would have been
I guess
better.
situationship is kind of an open
yeah,
relationship.
it can
right?
go
It is.
into that. Yeah, but
Would I ever do in an open relationship?
yeah.
No. I don't even want her to laugh at somebody else's
My
joke.
thing is there are some couples like they're like straight up what's it monogamous,
Yeah.
and then
Polygamous.
somewhere down the line the one person will ask, would you be open to that? How would you handle that?
If they ask me that,
Yeah, like a year into the relationship.
You're-
They hit you
you're
with the
open
Uno
to-
reverse card.
Yeah.
no, you're open to go see whoever you want. I just won't be involved.
Ah,
That means no.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
That means
Yeah,
no.
that's a very solid no.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all pretty much on the same page. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know how I'd handle that though, like, because the audacity to ask that is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's kind
but
of like
it
you're saying
happens,
you're,
though.
like, you're bored.
Y'all
with
think it
me.
don't happen? It happens.
Yeah.
It's just like,
All right,
Yeah.
whether we agree with it or not, let's talk about the pros and cons of both.
The pros and cons of it being
What are the pros of a situationship,
I'm not.
an open relationship?
well, if it's an open relationship, as long as both of you guys are with it, it's cool. The thing is, though, it could backfire, though, because the person who isn't your main person might catch feelings.
Well, yeah, you're all caught feelings with each other. You're in an open relationship. But what I'm saying is like, if you're talking about the pros,
I don't think
first of all, I would never do it. Nah, there's some pros. Like what you were talking about the like you come home and you got 30% and now she got your 70. Well, you got a third person there. Oh, true. They got you an extra 40. So it's like now it's a team effort. True. we all taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I even remember when I was single, bro, like I'd have conversations with short. I don't even know how dudes are juggling 4 to 5 women, bro.
But
like,
that's what I've seen, the difference between someone who is dating and someone who is in an open relationship. And I think personally I would not participate. Like that's not something I look for, but there are aspects of it that's a pro or con. I don't think there's pro or con. It's more so like what works for you.
Like, don't feel pressure. Like it doesn't mean that you agree with it.
No.
But if you're just looking at it from a helicopter view,
like hypothetically,
a pro of being in a situation.
It fosters communication within the relationship. Like people who are in an open relationship are always talking about where they're at, who they're with. It's not like they're just sneaking out or there's no deception. So there's that aspect of it if it's done right.
My mentality is I think situationships, one of the two is always in love, bro. 99% of the time somebody ends up slipping.
For what?
For a situationship? Yeah, 100%. One person ends up catching feelings.
But that's not an open relationship.
I don't want to call it 100%. No, I mean, they go into it with that. But
think of a situation where like the feeling like are like mutual. Like they're both at the same level.
Yeah.
That it works, but it doesn't last long.
We're talking about two different things. Are we talking about a situationship or are we talking about an open relationship?
Situationship.
Those are different.
What I was talking about. Those are very different.
Those are very different.
I'm thinking
because an open relationship means that you are committed to this person. You are just open to having
other people.
Other than the verbiage. Yeah. What's the difference?
The difference is situationship. I feel like
there's no actual commitment there.
There's no
actual commitment there. It's an understanding.
Right.
But the open relationship is you are emotionally.
So no. But wait.
Open relationship, you're emotionally committed to each other, but you can physically go do stuff with other people.
I get what you're saying, but like, let's say you're in a situationship. Let's say right now you're in a situationship, right?
Yeah.
Are you also gonna have a girlfriend at the same time? That's the difference, I think.
That's the difference.
Right.
Like you're not gonna have a girlfriend and then also be in a situationship with someone else.
Because open relationships is you have more than one girlfriend too, right? Like you could do that.
So open relationship is that you have multiple girlfriends, basically.
By the way, you're both in the open relationship. So like your girl can also.
Yes, exactly.
It's not just you doing whatever. She's also doing whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can admit defeat.
Either way, it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's why the key to that you have to be in an open relationship, and then while you're in an open relationship, be in a situationship so you guys can mutually discuss that.
No. This nigga's toxic, so be careful when you listen to whatever the fuck comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, no, he just
we can move on.
I think he just said a lot of nothing.
Oh wait, we have to do the rating the Habesha. Are we doing that?
Are we there yet? Do another topic. I got pissed.
You've been there.
Go ahead. I'll be right back. I'll think of something.
This is like your 4th time going back.
Yeah, bro. Oh, that's
Are you okay?
You've been drinking. Let's see.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
I'm looking at the topic list.
Oh, what's the would you rather? I didn't put that.
I have a question.
What's your question?
If you could have, I made a TikTok about this, but if you could have one Ethiopian dish every single day for 1 month, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's the only thing you could ingest and put into your body, what would it be?
I feel like I would have like Dedek Thibs. Like I just want like some, that's straight. Like I could have some,
Fanu said Dulet.
Bro.
This man's different, bro.
I know you did not just say Dulet. Dulet is crazy. But low-key,
what's yours?
Every day is crazy, but Dulet is good. When you have good Dulet, it's good.
Especially like the graduation parties, the weddings.
Yeah. There's a celebration going on.
But like having Dulet in the house just to have Dulet is a little crazy to me.
Every day though? Shoro.
Shoro?
Yeah. Shoro, 100%.
Yeah, mine's Misr, so.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
I will eat shoro with a spoon.
She's cultured.
So what, you too?
That's how good shoro is.
I wouldn't say I have it every day. What was food?
The question is every day.
Food. Because
close.
food.
That's close.
And it's more. It's like low key, like more ingredients.
Yeah.
Than like shiro.
Full and shiro, I think.
Okay.
Well, for those of us from planet Earth, I'm gonna go with direct tips too.
Y'all are so basic though. And then it's like you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired of that.
Very close second.
Up there.
I was fasting. What do you think I was eating? Yeah, I was making it for myself.
How many times a day are you gonna eat direct tips?
The question was, what would you eat every?
That's the only thing you can eat.
That's the only thing I can eat. Yeah. What?
I just feel like you would get tired of that easily because
I mean, technically, you could get tired of anything that we just named because if it's the only thing you're eating. But
direct tips has like one direct taste, and I said it like that on purpose.
Yeah,
like you get what I'm saying. Like it's like food. You get so much more ingredients.
What it's beans, bro?
Don't do that. No. There's eggs.
I'm not trying to knock it. I'm saying like it's the same thing.
No, because the other thing is like shiro or like full. You can eat any time of the day.
You feel me? See, Nobel? Yeah,
like,
see?
You're not going to get up out of your bed at 8 a.m. and be like, let me get them direct tips right now. That's kind of sick.
That'd be kind of fire, though. That'd be kind of fire. They're sizzling when they come out.
Yeah, like
at some point you won't get tired.
First thing you're like rubbing your eyes and you're like, ibs. That's kind of
yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro, like at some point,
you
like
gotta ease into that. Yeah. That's like dinner or lunch.
Come on, bro. Meat every day. Like y'all on that, but me personally, I'm good with food.
I could eat that, whatever.
You're gonna be tooting up a storm all day long, bro. You're gonna be
like that episode of SpongeBob or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
We'll be very regular.
We're not ugly. We stink.
Not a thing. You always say like your stomach be beatboxing.
LOL.
That's true.
Yep.
I guess yeah.
No,
I would just I would get tired of directives.
You'd get tired of all of these items.
No,
that's the point of the question.
No. And it just looks this. It looks like you can freak a full dish. Like you can put the ingredients and like you can have it mixed up one day and not have it mixed
because
up.
Also I think that like
remix it.
What we should take into consideration is the fact that like we are, as a holy group of people, we fast multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah.
So we're still having shiro and full throughout the year. When we can't be having everything else.
But I mean, then we're factoring in all this other stuff. We didn't talk about like, if you're fasting.
But we're talking about
our everyday
for a month, right?
Yeah. Think throughout the year. If you're not
every day,
if you can have directives. Okay, let's say like a regular year, you're not being stuck with one thing. But throughout the year, at one point, you can't have this.
No, if at that point I would do shiro, 100%.
Yeah, but
100%.
When you're fasting or you're not fasting, you can still have those things. You know what I mean?
But Mr. is definitely my second choice.
And plus, I dress up shiro pretty good. I know exactly what to do to make it.
Even when you're fasting, you can't have kesha, you can't have gat, you can't have nothing with yogurt.
No, you got a point.
Yeah.
Let's look at these dances.
Should we take a 10-minute break?
I mean, we're supposed to be done. Yeah.
We're already done right now.
Do we want to watch the dances or?
Yeah, we can.
Pull it up
on this. Yeah, pull it up on the screen.
I'm so excited for you guys to try the food.
I'm so excited.
It's about to be.
Yeah.
So I know it.
Wait.
All right, so we about to go into the. We're gonna try to.
We can
to like a little
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nah, go. You want to intro it, right?
Nah,
you want me to intro it? All right, so we're gonna react to some Habesha skistas by different tribes.
We're gonna try to rate it.
Okay,
right?
yeah, we're gonna rate
which one we think is killing it the most.
1 out of 10.
Like 1 to 10 per video, or rating 1 to 10 like among all the dances.
Tribe.
I guess
we rate it 1 to 10 per video, and then at the end we can see what we gave everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds like a better idea because then we can just sort it after.
Yeah.
All right.
And don't kill me in the comments. I found the best videos that I could. All right. This is what YouTube has to offer. All right. If you got something better, nigga, fucking send a DM. Let me find the mouse though.
What tribes is it? Or what?
First of all, let me go through the list. So Tigrinya, that covers Eritrea too, right?
Okay.
Thank you for being inclusive.
We
Tigrinya, Walaita, I might be butchering the pronunciation. Walaita, Gurage, Amara, Oromo, and Gondar.
Okay.
The mouse tripping?
I found this good. All right, Tigriñas first. Nobel.
Not too much, because I know y'all about to.
Nah.
She looks like Nobel too, so now.
Okay, a little calm.
Right, the humble Shim.
Oh, nah, she going crazy.
It's so y'all barely move y'all shoulders, low key, right?
Yeah.
It's more.
I was gonna say,
but
your
it
guys'
goes.
chest be jumping. I don't even know how to.
You know why though? Y'all, I feel like y'all be doing the whole aura thing. Like y'all just like I don't even have to move.
It's a look.
I just be.
It's a look, yo.
Like, for us.
All right, what do y'all give that?
Is this out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.
8.
I give it a 10.
Damn, nigga.
Is that bad?
I'm gonna throw 8.5 out there.
8.5. Yeah, she was freaking out.
I'm gonna give her a 10 because it's the only Eritrean tribe. But
I also
Oh, true, yeah.
I also feel like you. I mean,
I
she was
could've found a better one.
beautiful. Yeah, she was beautiful. She
Yeah.
did it beautifully. I would still give her a 10 just because she's a 10. But you probably could have found a better video that showcased Tigray. Like
they said you lacked.
I don't know. That was just like
yo,
clear.
No. Mel, do better.
I'll find
well, because I see the preview of what you're about to show, and that.
Yeah, they're about
to.
Oh, that's more.
They're about to go in. Yeah.
that's.
This Walaita.
Oh, snap.
Yo. Gliding.
Wait, what is this?
Walaita.
Oh, she was.
Oh,
she's
sliding.
going in, right?
Okay, she's snapping.
Oh, she looked like she Millie rocking a little bit.
Right.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Nah, they're going crazy. And they're in sync too.
Sidestep is crazy.
Right.
No, I'm telling you, bro. The first one was gliding at the beginning of this video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're not.
beautiful.
10
10
for sure.
That,
You said
at
the
least
bar high
I'm gonna give
early,
that
bro.
9.5 for sure.
Yeah, I give it an 8.
I was.
All right,
That's like
Simon Cowell.
That's funny.
I'll give that one an 8. I'll give the first one.
No, that was 5.
But I love Nipsey.
Why did you rate the last one an 8?
I don't know. I feel like
Because that's
she put in effort, but you know, that was it. Yeah, some chill shit.
Y'all ratings are all over the place, my son.
Groggy.
No.
What?
But
I would just say the dance. I wouldn't call it Gurage Skista, but
Oh, is that them?
that's definitely Gurage.
Oh, she's
for
going
sure.
crazy.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, she doing her thing.
All right, Buddy needs to get out the way.
Yeah, I was about to say move, please. She's
Is she
good.
doing that in heels?
I really like.
She's
nah.
not tripping.
They look like
Okay.
Uggs.
Yeah, that's.
I like
I'm gonna give that the
8.5.
same rating.
8.5?
That's a 9.5 too.
I will give. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll
would
give
give that a
that
9 or a 9.
9.
That one and the Walayata.
Yeah, I give it a 10.
Yeah.
So everything is not considered as Skista?
I don't think so.
It's
I
because
guess
more
not.
so like
Just
the
put
shoulders.
I would just put dance.
So what is the name of that then? What is that? Is it just by their tribe?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just groggy.
I thought Skista meant dance.
Yeah, and then I'm hot
I'm sorry.
Oh nah, yeah, you're misinformed.
Nigga.
I mean, I'm not the
School 'em,
expert.
Yoni.
It's just what
No.
I
School them.
very little. No.
Oh.
What's next?
I'm hotter.
All right,
Who's
yeah,
next?
let's see. Yo, the filler.
He's yelling.
The
He's
caps
yelling.
lock. I think it's because you need to AMHAR.
Yo, you be killing me, bro.
Why are you yelling?
A.
Why is
Yep,
it in
then
caps?
dance.
It's fine.
He's screaming.
You just be freaking the keyboard, bro.
I'm hotter. Let's see.
That's it?
Okay, facials.
Come on, shoulder.
Hey. Yeah, that was nice.
We gotta ask Fanu because he knows.
7.
I give that a 7. It just looks like normal Skista.
Yeah,
to me.
I'll give it 8.
I feel like I've seen some of them going crazy.
Yeah, let me look at a couple other Jones.
Oh, she's
She going crazy.
Okay, that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the real one right there.
Okay, yeah. Solid 8.
We getting into it.
That's a 10. They freaked that.
It's the same?
That's an 8. I give it an 8.
You're a hater. Can you do that? No.
I gave the other one a 10. What are you talking about?
Namhara is the same?
Really?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm learning today.
Oh, snap. What was that?
There's one more left, right, Oromo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pull that one up.
She was about to go crazy.
Yeah, but...
It's when they have the traditional clothing. That's when you know it's going to be fire.
Yeah.
Wait, Fandu. You're saying it's the same dance? Gondar Amhara, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I'll skip
Melo, just
them
pull up the Oromo one.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this is going to go crazy.
Yeah, she's out in the field, too.
She's in the field.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, wait. It's frozen. It's frozen. Oh, snap.
She's going crazy.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, they jumped too?
Yeah,
that's
she
tough.
went faster
Okay,
than a lot of
I'm gonna
others.
give that a 9.
Yeah, I'll give that
Yeah,
a
I
9.
give that a 9
9,
too.
yeah.
That's a 9.
For sure.
That video, Dawit, that you sent me earlier was good because it had all of them.
It had all
It was
of them.
like back to
a
back to
straight-
Right.
back.
I think
Yeah.
I may have seen, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was on
Going
TikTok,
on.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't play
okay.
from
Yeah,
here.
can't play from here.
We can
Alright.
we can move on. Or you want to watch another one?
No, I was just clicking this one because it looked interesting.
Yeah.
We can move on.
One thing I forgot to ask: do you have any like short-term or long-term goals for Dukem? Like just
For
the
Dukem, for
future?
the
Yeah, just
So, I guess first I'll start off with short term. Short term is in the very near future. So we have our lounge upstairs. We're going through like a renovation, interior refresh update process. And the idea and the goal would be to really use it as like an extension of the restaurant. So if folks are here and they're eating dinner on like a Friday night and they want to keep it going, they can just go up the doors and enjoy more of a lounge style. Or
I
like have a happy hour situation if people want to sit at the lounge and have a happy hour but also get some Dukem food. They could do that. Yeah. And then long term, I mean, truthfully, and if you were to ask a lot of businesses here in DC, the long-term goal is to stay open as long as possible and be fruitful, but the industry, the economy, and everything is
it's tough.
it's tough.
I've been seeing, yeah.
So we're just doing our best to like keep going and just keep it moving.
Is like obviously like with the economy and things like that, it's difficult. So, but at some point, is opening another location? Has that ever come across like, you know, what you guys are thinking, or is it more like you want to keep this because, you know,
Legendary,
right?
That.
Okay.
That.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there's technically a Dukem in Baltimore, but it is owned and operated independently. So like me and my family and all of it, we have no contribution to that. It's just another location. So a lot of folks like will ask me about it or will be like, oh, are they the same? It is the same in name. My dad was one of the founders of that location, but even before he had passed, he kind of just kept it separate. So yeah, the DC is the one. That's why folks will hear me talk about that one, because that is the one that is in the family, in our direct family, immediate family.
Okay.
Long live Dukem DC.
There you go.
Come to Dukem, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I really want to experience that. I've never been to Apple Lounge.
We can take a little peek
So,
afterwards. You guys can take a
I
sneak
feel
peek.
like it'd be dope.
Yeah.
And then you have people sitting outside too when the weather's nice, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I like that vibe.
We don't have to do the rapid fire. We're about to end.
Yeah, it's
Right.
cool. Yeah. We can do that later while we eat.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of like, would you rather type questions. We can do that as
You got a
we're
Q&A?
crushing.
Well, I definitely I definitely want to thank you, Lydia, for letting us in the restaurant, filming you. Like, this is, a legendary moment for us. And this is like full circle, really. But
yeah, it's a big milestone for us. I told you. It's the first time for our podcast.
First time like filming
a pod outside of like one of our cribs.
Yeah.
First of all. Two, to be able to do it at like a restaurant that has such a notable name, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate all the love that you showed us.
And you were a great guest. I feel like you were super comfortable up here. I was like, yo, calm down, yo. It's my show.
Exactly. It's so she the host. That's her pod. Yeah.
She called ISO.
Well,
it's Lydia WeSoCultured.
No. I feel like I know you guys from listening to you guys so regularly. So that's why I feel comfortable. It's probably delusion because I don't know you guys. Like I just met some of you guys like a couple days ago. But you guys are a good bunch, and thank you.
We appreciate you so much. Also, Nobel, we appreciate you coming on too. Come on.
Shout out Eritrea, man.
Yeah, big shout out Eritrea.
You know it's our month right now.
Independence coming up.
I'm gonna go to Asmara soon, man.
Hashtag
Eritrea, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out Eritrea. For sure.
Yep.
And speaking of shout out, because it would behoove me not to say it, for folks who haven't been to Dukem or just want to keep up and know what's going on, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, Dukem Restaurant DC. You will see my face a lot because out of me and my mom and my sister, I'm the one who's mostly online.
Follow now, you're lacking.
But they're all very much so involved. Like I share them the videos before they go up. We're talking about it. We're reading so it's a group effort. Just I'm the one who has to put my face up.
Give him the Addy. Give him all the Addy to Dukem and Apple Lounge.
Oh, 1114 U Street. Just come right on U Street, the corner of 12th and U.
And Apple Lounge, they can get some hookah over there too, right? So if y'all like smoking hookah,
you cannot miss it.
Yeah. And if you come and you say, "Hey, Lydia, I watched WeSoCultured," I may give you a little something.
Hey. Well, again.
All right, there you go.
Hey, we want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of WeSoCultured. Till next time, man. Peace. Let's go, man.
Let's see.